Yo, what's up, what's up? I'm RENZ Davis. Welcome to another RENZ Reactions. Damn, that's good. So, back at it again, another Sunday, which means another Defend Fight Club. You guessed right. So, this Sunday is a very spectacular fight. It's going to be Toga, the Thai boxer from Turkey. That's a tongue twister, isn't it? Versus Ibrahim, who is from Dagestan, aka the Dagestan Airlines, who is a wrestler. But don't let that fool you. He's got a pretty good mix of some kickboxing in there as well. But without further ado, let's commence.
Mein Name ist Toga. Ich bin 23 Jahre alt.
Here we have Toga. This is going to be his debut fight. He does hold a bit of a size advantage. He is a taller individual. But let's see if that size advantage and style is going to take advantage. And here we have Ibrahim Yusupov, the Dagestan Airlines. He has competed in Defend Fight Club before, holds a 1-0 record. Let's see if we make that a 2-0 record. Or if it's going to be an upset by the engineer. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love the you guys have for the way that you produce these clips, man. It is très magnificent. So here we have some of the highlights. You can see the diversity in his ability to strike. Ibrahim, of course. And then you see that single leg. He transfers it to a double leg right there. Perfect. But that's not all. He goes full on Matt Hughes style. Run and dump. Kaboom, kabam. Ha! Even had a little replay in slow-mo kind of thing. Or not slow-mo, but in reverse. Was able to defend that particular knee bar attempt, which is a good thing. Which means he is aware of when people are trying to go for lockups. But more importantly, he has got that power for those Dan Severn-like German suplexes. Now those can be a day ruiner. And then we have Toga. This is going to be his debut, so there's no real footage of him competing, which is a bummer. And now we have the rules of the rounds. 3 3-minute rounds. They're going to be using 8-ounce gloves. But more importantly, I believe they're using the unified rules of mixed martial arts. By the way, just like their channel, don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. Ring that bell, guys. Let's commence with the first round. Off to a decent start. Tolga's kind of pressuring in. Oh, he got the sprawl in a bit of a clinching situation. See, this right here is way too close for Toga to be fighting at. He needs to get himself some distance so he can have some real power and wind up on those punches. But this is definitely where Ibrahim needs to be. This is where he'll hold a definitive advantage. Not only on avoiding those big strikes, but also to get the takedown more efficiently. Absolutely, 100%. And, ooh, down, gets himself to side control. Toga really needs to work on getting himself a decent position, recover guard. By the looks of it, he doesn't really train too much of the jiu-jitsu or ground fighting. So I think he's just kind of really stricken. He wants to try and maintain that one position so it doesn't get worse for him. Ibrahim, however, he is working to get to a much more dominant position. He's getting to his back. Looks like he might lose the position. He's taking it back. They're in a bit of a dogfight right now. They're trying to scramble to see who can get the more dominant position. It looks like Ibrahim is definitely taking advantage of it. Ooh, that looks very uncomfortable. Trying to roll into a different position. He gets himself slide right through to the half guard. Now, if I was Toga, this would be an opportune time to try and bump and shoot. And back to side control for Ibrahim. Ooh, that was a nice elbow to the side. Looked like an elbow to the floating rib. And right here, you can see that Ibrahim is holding down a very dominant position. He just took the mount. I stand corrected, a high mount. Getting the frame in there to try and push the head down and break that posturing. Beautiful. Now, don't let it fool you. Not all these strikes are landing clean, but they are landing. This is a really rough position with 15 seconds of work. Back to a scramble, and Ibrahim has the back. He is trying for something, and Toga going for the single leg, and it is denied. Not much to do in the last 2 seconds, but to walk to the corners. Oh, break it up, you two. Come on. That was quite the intense first round. I gotta be honest, I have to give that to Ibrahim. He had a lot more control going into it. He took it to the ground. He was establishing a much more dominant position when he did get to positions. And the strikes he was landing were definitely quite intimidating. To say the least, they were very much like not things you want to get hit with. Even if they were to your arms, they were coming down full force, gravity going down. Excellent takedown. But what's really wild is Ibrahim is being very patient, very, he's got control. Like, he's not trying to finish the fight immediately. He's trying to establish a dominant position. Very Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, if you ask me. Beautiful strikes from the top position. There's still a chance that Toga could make a comeback. He just needs to appreciate that particular distance in the stand-up before it even closes distance. If I were in Toga's corner, I'd be recommending a lot more distance, fight from the outside, use those kicks. Try and use a teep, keep him away, use the leg kicks to kind of break down the wrestler's offense and ability to go for takedowns more readily. I have to imagine that the coaches on Ibrahim... Ooh. Man, that's why I call some full attention on Ibrahim's side. Don't see that kind of attention in the UFC corners, that's for sure. But I have to imagine that Ibrahim's corner are telling him to just keep working. You're doing fine. Stick to the game plan. Should be interesting to see how this turns out in the second round. I'm very curious. I really wish I knew what they were saying. I don't know much German or Turkish, but I am working my best to become more fluent in German. Or be able to communicate better in German. Here we go. Round 2, commence. And there we go. This is where Toga needs to be. He needs to be firing off those kicks from a decent enough distance where he's not going to have to be worried about the risk of a takedown. He's definitely trying. Ibrahim seems a little hesitant right now. However, he doesn't seem deterred. He definitely got a good counter on that. Looked like he got a right hook on the way in. Toga is slowly approaching, while Ibrahim is using a bit of lateral. Oh, there we go. He shoots for the takedown and lands it right back into the top of side control. With 2 minutes to work, over 2 minutes to work, he's definitely got a dominant position to work from. This is a bad position for Toga. He's rolling it over, getting into a dominant position. Looks like he's settling for the mount. And he's back into side control. Oh, he's got himself into a crucifix position there. This is a very bad position for Toga. Toga needs to try and buck Ibrahim off him and then get his arm out of that position. He needs to get his right arm right out of there so he can start fighting back and escaping. Ibrahim is doing a good job keeping that top position. This is actually looking like it might spell the end of the fight. Toga needs to not focus on attacking. He needs to focus on calming down and escaping right now. Which is easier said than done with 1 minute left on the clock. Especially when you have those kind of shots raining down on you. Those elbows can be really painful. This is definitely not a good spot for him. I wouldn't be surprised if they call the fight pretty soon, because it's looking very much like a hopeless position for Toga. Referee is looking like he's about to. And it's over. Oh, that was rough. Congratulations to Ibrahim on the victory. 2-0. Nicely done. Now, yesterday I did do a prediction video on this, thinking that it was going to go to the points and that Ibrahim was actually going to win because of his grappling experience. I was wrong, only halfway. But man, that is a beautiful spot right there. Very Pat Militek, if you know what I mean. Establish that dominant position from side control, slide right into a crucifix position, raining down those elbows. Can be very demoralizing from the bottom position to be put in such a, vulnerable spot where both arms are basically, pinned down and you cannot defend yourself efficiently. Very rough loss. But it's not the end, it's only the beginning. Toga can make this into a learning experience for certain. I mean, Toga, is rough. It happens. But, with this kind of loss under your record, you can learn where you need to improve from. I honestly believe that Toga could actually come back from this with a better grappling base afterwards, learn how to do sprawl and brawl much more efficiently, and become a better fighter the next time around. Hopefully, we do see the engineer back on the fields for Defend Fight Club. But most definitely, congratulations to the Dagestan Airlines. Brilliant victory. I had a feeling you were going to take it. Sometimes my predictions are not there. But hey, that's fighting. There's always a puncher's chance, but you can never discredit a grappler's experience. Well, thank you all for watching. Travel safely and rock on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get out of here. You thought I was done? Ha! No. So, these videos would not be quite what they are without some awesome and amazing subscribers, viewers, and comments for me to respond to. And for that, I thank all of you. But I got to give a big shout out to my friend from Be Ready Self-Defense, Jordan. Rock on. You're almost there at 100 subscribers with me. Definitely look forward to seeing you when you get there. And definitely another shout out to my newest subscriber, Johnny B. He's a rapper from Washington. I've seen some of his content on YouTube. He does live streams for gaming. Really good stuff. I definitely recommend you check it out. I'll have their links down below. Give them a check out. What's the harm? Us small YouTubers, we got to stick together. Help us grow. Now, travel safely. Rock on.